Today with some oldies. Surprise, surprise. Well, I love you, darling. Come and go with me, and please don't send me way beyond the sea. And I need you, darling, so come go with me. Come into my heart and tell me, darling, we will never part. And I need you, darling, so come go with me. Yes, I need you, yes, I really need you. Please say you'll never leave me. Well, you say you never, yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Come into my heart and tell me, darling, we will never part. And I need you, darling, so come go with me. Yes, I need you, yes, I really need you. Please say you'll never leave me. Well, you say you never, yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Come into my heart and tell me, darling, we will never part. And I need you, darling, so come go with me. Come on, go with me. Come on, go with me. Come on, go with me. Right, good morning, everyone. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Renfried. How's everybody doing this morning? Or whatever time it happens to be for you right now. How about an original that I have not done in a while? So I don't know if anyone saw the Facebook post I put up a couple days ago, but I've decided that as I'm doing these weekly concerts, I want to try to keep track of what songs I'm doing and aim for no repeats. Maybe the occasional request that might get repeated, but in general, try to do 10 or 10-ish, new songs a week from my repertoire and see how long it takes to exhaust that repertoire, which will be both the originals and the cover stuff. This is off the very first disc that I did for Rhiannon's Lark, the EP Initiative. Coming from the darkness, from the shadows, from the night, call upon her cautiously, gift you with her sight. She can bring prosperity, she can break despair. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. You think that you have found her, that she answers to your need. Think that you have mastered, that she follows where you lead. She will follow only her own dark desires. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. Iron Witch, I do recount the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. Iron Witch, I do recount the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. The role that you're to play in this has only just begun. Thought you'd called a power here, thought that you had won. Now you find you'll serve her, a familiar to her cause. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. I knew not what I set free. So Iron Witch is loosely based on a game, the game Dominion, a card building, deck building game, if anyone's familiar with that, on a card called the Witch. That I think we just sort of combined the name of with another card, maybe the Iron Throne or something like that. And in the game, if you decide to invest in adding the Witch into your deck, she attacks other players. And so the only way that other players can really deal with this is to get the Witch themselves and attack you back. So you start this whole cycle. And it seems like a good idea when you start it, but it doesn't usually end well. All right, back to the oldies. This is another one that I've been working on adding to my repertoire. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music, any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it, any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music if you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me, got no kick against modern jazz, unless you try to play it too darn fast and lose the beauty of the melody until it sounds just like a symphony. That's why I go for that rock and roll music, any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it, any old way you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music if you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I took my loved one over across the tracks so she could hear my man wailing sax. I must admit they have a rockin' band, man, they were blowing like a hurricane. That's why I go for that rock and roll music, any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it, any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music if you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Way down south they gave a jubilee, and Georgia folks, they have a jamboree. They're drinking homebrew from a wooden cup. The folks dancing got all shook up and started playing that rock and roll music, any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it, any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music if you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Don't get to hear him play a tango, I'm in no mood to take a mambo. It's way too early for the Congo, so keep rocking that piano so I can hear some of that rock and roll music, any old time you use it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it, any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music if you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Good morning, Beth. Hey, Kat. That's right. You know, wherever you are right now, take a minute to dance. Loosen up your body. I have to say that so far, 2 weeks in, doing the standing shows has been a nice improvement. It's just keeping me a little bit looser. All right, we're going to slow it down with this next one. So what's everybody been up to? I feel like it's been a pretty quiet couple of weeks for me. I've settled into my routine of working on the album, so I kind of alternate days between arranging and recording to give myself a break in between. But yesterday I submitted the 10th of 12 songs to my studio engineer to get the initial mixes going on. So I expect that in the very near future, maybe a week or so out from today, I will be doing a lot less recording and a lot more listening. But we're definitely on track so far. Unless, of course, my engineer comes back to me and says, yeah, everything you recorded is terrible, and we have to start from scratch. So hopefully not that. Childhood living, it's easy to do things that you wanted. I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. I watched you suffer, a dull aching pain, and now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits or off stage lines could make me feel better or treat you unkind. I know I dreamed you. It's a sin, it's a lie. Now I have my freedom. I don't have much time. Faith has been broken. Tears must be cried. Now let's do some living. Oh, after we die, tall sails couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild tall sails, we'll ride them someday. How about one off the upcoming album? So, learned my lesson last time. Remembered my water today. I have my friend JD to thank for sending me. It's a little spiral cup holder that wraps right onto your mic stand, so it's right here. I don't have to worry about having a little table or something extra around, so that's nice. Some of you have heard this before. This is the title track off the upcoming album, The Long Road. Walk the long road through our trials, through our joys. We walk the long road, read our footprints, read our lives. On and on we move, nothing holds us too long. Keep the rhythm flowing with drums and with song. On and on we move, many journeys in one. Forward we go forth till our time here is done. We walk the long road through our trials, through our joys. We walk the long road, read our footprints, read our lives. On and on we move, and we choose where to pause, choose how to grow, and choose our next cause. On and on we move, and we wield our free will, give all we are, and the trail calls us still. We walk the long road through our trials, through our joys. We walk the long road, read our footprints, read our lives. On and on we move with the ones we hold dear. Friends cross our paths or entwine for a year. On and on we move, will you join us always? You are always free to go, but welcome to stay. We walk the long road through our trials, through our joys. We walk the long road, read our footprints, read our lives. Every moment matters, but nothing lasts forever. We plant the seeds and nourish them, trusting in the richness of the earth. Then we move on, leaving nature to give birth. On and on we move, and we look back to see all the good and ill that that we've done and conceived. On and on we move with the wisdom we're shown, knowledge we carry further down the road. We walk the long road through our trials, through our joys. We walk the long road, read our footprints, read our lives. Read our footprints, read our lives. So I was recording the vocals of that one earlier this week, and actually recording, the different harmony parts. And so when I did it today, I wasn't feeling having the harmonies on with the pedal because it was just so nice to actually put in exactly what I wanted. But I will put those harmonies on for the next one. Good morning, Matt. That's right, come as you are, as they would say. All right, so I'm going backwards again to the Initiative album with one of my geekier numbers this time. This is a song about playing games out with friends, and your partner is at home, wondering when are they going to finish with the games and come home to be with me. Whatever kind of games or activities you are into, hanging out late at night with your friends, this is a plea for them to let you go home. And you may recognize the original as an Andy Grammer song. It would also help if I tuned correctly. Minor difficulties. There it is. Nah, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. I've got somebody at home. It's been a night of trials, a night of glory. You're quite creative with your NPCs. I admit I'd love to go another round, but forgiveness might be hard to be found. Gotta be like, oh buddy, no buddy, not one more roll, buddy. I've got another place to get lucky tonight. So nah, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. I've got somebody at home. If I stay, I might wind up alone. No, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. Gotta pack up my dice, grab my guide, and say goodnight. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. We've gotten past where many have failed, questing for that holy grail. Yeah, it's right, but I've got him, and he's got me, and your big bad's got great armor class. But please, gotta be like, oh buddy, no buddy, not one more roll, buddy. I've got another place to get lucky tonight. So nah, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. Gotta pack up my dice, grab my guide, and say goodnight. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. All right, just one more roll. For initiative to get up and go. Nah, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. I've got somebody at home. If I stay, I might wind up alone. No, GM, I'm good. I could play another, but I probably should not. Gotta pack up my dice, grab my guide, and say goodnight. And now for something completely different. I see skies of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All right, we're going to pick it up again after that slow one. So this afternoon, I'm going to be working on the recording for See Your Face, which I finished the arrangement of yesterday. And I'm going to try to get all the instrumental parts done today. So that's going to be some guitar, some bass guitar, some cabasa, maybe some other percussion, and then hold the vocals for tomorrow. This is a song by the Turtles. It's very appropriate for me. Please don't mistake me or try to make me the shadow of anybody else. I ain't the him or her you think I am. I'm just trying hard to be myself. Though society's goal is to be part of the whole, that may sound good to you, not to me. Let me be, to think like I want to. Let me be, that's all I ask of you. I am what I am, and that's all I ever can be. Don't try to plan me or understand me. I can't stand to be understood. I could never give in to or ever live up to being like you think I should. I've got some inner need that I'm trying to heed. I can't take hand-me-down destiny. Let me be, to think like I want to. Let me be, that's all I ask of you. I am what I am, and that's all I ever Don't try to change me or rearrange me to satisfy the selfishness in you. I'm not a piece of clay to mold to your moves each day, and I'm not a pawn to be told how to move. I'm sorry I ain't the fool you thought would play by your rules. To each his own philosophy. Let me be, to think like I want to. Let me be, that's all I ask of you. I am what I am, and that's all I ever can be. Well, yeah, there's always got to be one crier in there, right? It's good. My goal, I suppose, is to capture the whole range of emotions for a show, because that's what I want when I go to see somebody perform, is to just, pull out all the feels. Very cathartic. We're going to go just a little bit country for this next one. Midnight, and I've been waiting on the 12:05, hoping it'll take me just a little further down the line. Moonlight, you're just a heartache in disguise. Won't you keep my heart from breaking if it's only for a very short time? Playing with the Queen of Hearts, knowing it ain't really smart. Joker ain't the only fool who'll do anything for you. Laying out another lie, thinking about a life of crime. 'Cause that's what I'd have to do to keep me away from you. Honey, I know it makes you mad. Why is everybody telling everybody what you have done? Baby, I know it makes you sad. When they're handing out the heartaches, you know you got to have your song. Playing with the Queen of Hearts, knowing it ain't really smart. Joker ain't the only fool who'll do anything for you. Laying out another lie, thinking about a life of crime. 'Cause that's what I'd have to do to keep me away from you. Lovers, I know you've had a few, but hide your heart beneath the covers and tell them they're the only one. Others, they know just what I'm going through, and it's hard to be a lover when you know you're only in it for fun. Playing with the Queen of Hearts, knowing it ain't really smart. Joker ain't the only fool who'll do anything for you. Laying out another lie, thinking about a life of crime. 'Cause that's what I'd have to do to keep me away from you. Playing with the Queen of Hearts, playing with the Queen of Hearts, So after I wrap up with this, I'm going to do one more song for you all this morning. I'm going to post the sea shanty that my husband and I wrote over the weekend. So that should be popping up on my Facebook and YouTube pages quite soon. For any Patreon people, you've already heard it, or you have the ability to have already heard it. And I'm going to wrap up with a classic oldies. This is a great little bopping around or singing along to song, Teenager in Love. Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? All right, thanks everyone for sharing a little music this morning, and I will be back here again next Thursday morning, 10:45.